Well, here's something that's not always easy to think about. It's something I've had to think about with my family. It's something I've had to help my mother start to think about. It's planning your trust and will. And although it's not pleasant, it is so necessary to do so. And we're offering you a way to do it that's very easy. You're not going to have to hire a lawyer. That can cost thousands of dollars. This is legal, it's state specific, and most importantly of all, it's easy. So on the individual one, $479.98 is the price. You're saving $69. But if you want to do a trust and will as a couple, $579.98 is the price. You're saving $69 on that as well. There's an option for easy pay. You can spread it out over 5 easy payments, so that's around $100. And we have Paige Volovic here to tell us more about this. Hi, Paige. Welcome in.
Good evening.
Good
I'm so happy to
evening.
be with you to talk about something so important, so powerful. If you know me, anytime I have the opportunity and the honor to talk about trust and will, there's always a smile on my face, which is probably very shocking to so many people because most of us feel that this is a very heavy and daunting topic and subject for families. But that was truly what's so special about this company. They've really revolutionized the way the families plan for their future. They want you to safeguard your legacy because at the end of the day, we've all worked so very hard every single day of our lives that we want to make sure that everything we worked hard for ends up where it's supposed to go. And what we love about this package and what we're bringing you today is thinking about not only today, but also the unexpected, but it's also about putting your affairs in order. The main reason we have found that most of us have either procrastinated or delayed, and me included, we are never here to make anyone feel badly because we know we put off because we don't want to think about that. But
That's right.
what I'm here to tell you is if you don't put these things in order and designate a beneficiary, an executor, and a guardian, the state court officials, the government will decide where everything goes. And we don't want that, right?
No, we do
That's so
not want
unfortunate
that.
and
We want
so
to make our own
heartbreaking.
choices.
So
Absolutely.
let's talk about all the things and reasons why, because I always talk to people, they'll ask me, I said, the main motivating factors is we put a little something here together because this is what we know. First and foremost, I always go to this one, Navija, is family conflict. I love my family and friends so much, and there's a lot to be lost in translation. Maybe your uncle promised you something verbally, or maybe you thought you should be receiving something. So once you put everything in order, that is really a gift to your family because it's a very emotional time. It's a very trying time. And when you put a clear cut plan in place, that is a gift. And even if for no other reason, I'll play devil's advocate. If it's just about making sure you have a guardian for your children and your pets, that's worth the price of admission. And what's so unique about it? So I'll just tell everyone here, we're showing you all these reasons. Maybe it's charitable donations, maybe it's real estate, banking, but it's everything that we know about the traditional will, modernized and upgraded it. So before you would go to a lawyer's office and you sit down and the clock starts ticking, and so do your dollars, quite frankly.
Yeah,
So, right, it's a
I
very
know.
expensive
Very
process.
expensive, and it's getting more expensive. Lawyers'
It
fees are
does.
getting more and more expensive. Right.
Well, and even if you want changes, or maybe if you want to reflect, and that's what we love, you have a whole year. If you have any changes or additions, that is included in this package free of charge. And how it works, it's an online platform. So if you've ever done that tax platform where you do your taxes, all you're going to do is you're going to decide today a single or a couple. And once you get that, within a few days, you're going to receive this redeemable voucher. And this voucher will actually navigate you step by step. So you're going to go online to Trust and Will, and you're going to start very easy process. Your name, your date of birth, and state. And to your point earlier, once you put the state in which you reside, that creates a state specific will. Attorneys have created this. Legal experts have created these wills. It's our answers that actually customize your will. It's simple. If Do you have dependents? Would you like a guardian? Would you like a beneficiary, an executor? And as you go through this process, it'll actually nudge you and say, here's what most people answer. You can put your actual answers. There are people on call to answer you, whether you want to email them, call them, or instant message them. But at the end of the day, it can be 20, 30 minutes. And in that time, you will then have finished the process, in which case you can print instantly, or 3 to 5 days later, you're going to receive these beautiful folders, everything broken out, customized, specific to your family. And you only need to do two things: take it to a notary. And in my bank, I get free notary because I am a client there. And or you can go to a shipping place. You go there, you get it notarized, you sign, and now you have a legally binding document. And I say this all the time, and it bears repeating: greatest night's sleep ever, knowing that your will, your trust, and your healthcare decisions are all put in order.
Let me ask you a question, Paige. Does this get
Yeah.
filed anywhere else, or is it just the hard copy that you keep? And maybe
I love that question.
Okay.
You're one of the first people that asked me that. I'm so thrilled that you did.
Oh, thanks.
It's so important, and it's so wise, because I'll tell you, my knucklehead moment, we talk about all the time and we laugh about it as a family. But my husband and I were about to go on a trip over almost 16 years ago now. The first trip after my daughters were born. And that was my motivator to get my will in place. After I had my will at the law office, I took that and I thought I was doing right. I put that in a safety deposit box. I locked it up. I still don't know where the keys are.
Oh.
No one knows where my will is.
Oh
I
my
didn't
gosh.
tell a soul. I thought I was
Well,
like, look
yeah,
at me
your
being
loved
an
ones have to
adult.
be able to access it, right?
Right. No one knew. No one
Yeah.
knew my law office. So here's a couple cool things that makes it so special is once you're finished, actually Trust and Will has been recognized bank level encryption. So first and foremost, you can print it right away. You're going to receive these folders, but you can access any time because it's stored in the cloud. It is a vault. Again, bank level encryption, but you can also designate specific people who to share with. So it could be your parents, it could be beneficiaries, executors, the list goes on, so that everyone is in the loop. I say it forever. My parents would go away on vacations for years. They would take me over the file cabinet and they say, Paige, here's our will, here's our power of attorney, here's our bank information. So, tomorrow is not promised, but this is important information. You don't want to put this stress onto your families. As hard as it is for you and I to do it, it's even harder for them trying to guess what you would want. Tell them what you want. And it is a gift for yourself as well, because you will feel so good knowing you put all of these affairs in order for everyone.
Paige, this says it comes with a 1-year subscription to the online portal. Do you have to renew that subscription every year to use this?
No, so once this is done, this is yours forever.
Okay.
What I will say this, the reason why they've done this will, what we have found, and even talking to my girlfriends and family members, the reason most people do not put the will or start a will is because you feel that you're supposed to know everything all at once in the full completion.
So it
We
gives
don't
you
want
a
that
year
barrier.
to do it, basically.
Well, and the year only starts when you open up, you start the will.
Okay.
That's your year. But once you start that, once you complete the will, you have a year to continually make as many changes, updates as you want. So maybe tomorrow you realize like, oh, I have this porcelain doll collection. I want to add it to my will. You can do that. I want to, maybe give an antique car. The list is on. All you need to do, and I will impress upon you, you still need to print it, get it signed and notarized in front of a notary.
Okay.
So every time you change it, it's free of cost versus going to the law office and getting charged that amount.
Well, really, for the price of a lawyer would charge this per hour, okay? $4.79, $5.79 per hour. I was quoted about 10 times this total price to update our trust and will. We've moved around 7 times. We moved from state to state for my career many times. And I'm thinking, okay, do we have to update the will according to which state we live in? Like for me, for example, I moved from Colorado to here. Might be a good idea to update it and get a Pennsylvania specific will.
Oh, what another outstanding point, because I will tell you, look at you, you get gold star today. You're crushing it. They will actually tell you, this is my big aha moment.
Okay.
Every 3 to 5 years, If you have a will or a trust, and
Okay.
I'll explain real fast what the difference is, you should be updating it. And here's why. Your life changes. Maybe you're married now. Maybe you're divorced. Maybe your babies, you're empty nesters.
Mm-hmm.
So there are all these reasons to revisit. Maybe someone that was going to be your guardian when the kids were 3 is maybe not in your life because maybe they moved. Not that you don't love them, but they
Yeah,
just simply
you're
moved.
so right. Absolutely. It changes, you know.
Changes.
My husband and I, we selected one of his family members to take care of our kids if something happened, but that family member now isn't medically capable, for example. So we might
Right.
want to change that family member. So it's really important to continue updating it. Now, what besides deciding who inherits what else will be addressed in here?
So you will, with this is so comprehensive. This is a comprehensive solution. So you have the full will. So this will designate how you distribute your assets, your pets, your property, your children, your possessions. That's included. Your health care. This is huge. This is your power of attorney, your advance directive. You need someone to make decisions for business, legal, or financial matters. It's included. Someone for medical matters included. The trust portion is kind of the gold star, and that's why this is the whole kit and caboodle. This allows you, if the time should come, you can make designations while you're alive and after you have passed, but you do not with a trust. And here is the reason why people do it, and I'll leave you with this. A trust, you do not have to go to probate court. Average time in probate court at a minimum is 18 months, plus your affairs are private,
Yeah.
and that's very important.
Very important. You don't want to torture
Very
your loved
important.
ones and put them through probate.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Paige. This is the
My
Trust
pleasure.
and Will Estate Plan for individuals or for couples. $479.98 for individuals, $579.98 for couples. Paige, will see you shortly with a storage system that is fantastic. Paige, thank you. We'll see you in a moment.